Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Where did the Romans get their silver? Let's explore! This is a very fascinating story coming to us from phys.org. If you enjoy stories like this, or about precious metals in general, well, this is what this channel is all about. From every aspect of precious metals, and this one is a little story I found from phys.org discovering sources of Roman silver coinage from the Iberian Peninsula. So I hope you will join me and subscribe to the channel. Maybe press the thumbs up button. It's just a suggestion. It's not a requirement. And if you want, you can also hit the notifications bell so that you can be apprised of the latest video that makes its way across your device. Despite its prior status as a luxury commodity, silver became widely used for coinage in the Roman world from the 7th century onward, and provided a standardized monetary system for ancient Mediterranean civilizations. By the way, that's 7th century BC. However, the sources of silver used to produce Roman coinage have largely been used up, making it difficult to determine which deposits Roman miners exploited. So yes, indeed. So this goes to show you the rich history that silver has there, and how quickly the silver became used up in their regions there. A new study published by the journal Geology evaluated silver sources from different mining provinces in the Iberian Peninsula to determine which locations may have been mined for silver to produce Roman coinage. That's fascinating. The control of silver sources was a major geopolitical issue, and the identification of Roman silver sources may help archaeologists to reconstruct ancient fluxes of precious metals and to answer important historic questions, said Jean Millot, the lead author of the study. The Iberian Peninsula, which includes modern Spain and Portugal, is host to a world-class silver deposits, especially in the southern region. These deposits contain galena, which is the main ore of lead, an important source of silver. To extract silver, the galena ore is smelted and purified, the refined silver for coin minting able to reach a purity of over 95%. Wow. To track the source of Roman silver, the team of researchers analyzed the silver and lead compositions of galena samples from ore deposits across the Iberian Peninsula and compared the results to the chemical signatures of silver Roman coins. Wow, now that is interesting that they can actually track that in these Roman coins to see if there's any traces of ore deposits, perhaps lead, in those coins. They identified 2 different types of galena deposits based on the silver elemental composition of the samples. Silver-rich galena that would have been a likely source for Roman coinage, and silver-poor galena that would have been exploited for lead only and would have been of lower economic importance. And actually, you know what? Let's take a look at this image and get a little closer look at what these look like. And I've seen galena that kind of looks like this mixed with quartz and others, but yes, this is a more solid, pure example of galena. Fascinating indeed. So these silver-rich deposits, different types of galena deposits based off the silver elemental composition of the samples, and they would have been exploited for lead or for lower economic importance. Few of the ore samples, however, had a composition that fit the silver elemental composition of the Roman silver coins. Silver-bearing ores spanned a wide range of compositional variability, but Roman coins notably have a very narrow elemental composition range. Based on the lead elemental signatures of the galena samples, the ore deposits from southeastern Spain best fit the composition of Roman coins, suggesting that these deposits were a major source of Roman silver. Yeah, that's interesting. It's fascinating that these lead signatures would have this to be able to track to where in Spain where they found them. Both silver-rich and silver-poor galena deposits were likely exploited here, with the extracted lead from silver-poor galena able to be mixed with the other ores to extract silver. The results, based on chemical analysis, were also consistent with archaeological evidence for ancient mining exploitations in the region. This combined analytical toolkit provides a way to distinguish between silver-rich deposits and silver barren of silver ore, or deposits barren of silver ore, which is critical in understanding the dynamics of silver supply in Roman times. The work needs to be extended to the silver-rich region in which coinage was actually invented in the 6th century BC, Greece and Asia Minor, modern Turkey. Remember, that is an area in around Lydia where they found some of the first coins that were minted during that period, and they were essentially what is known as I forget the name. I'm trying to think of it right now. It's at the tip of my tongue. It's a mixture between gold and silver. That alloy mixture has a specific name, and it's at the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it. But if you've made it this far in the video, maybe you can type it in the comment section below to let me know what it is, to refresh my memory. And I'm going to say, oh, that's right, that's it. That's what it is. I really literally can't think of it, but you know it. Oh, I just thought of the name of it. I know the name now, but I'm not going to type it in the comment section below. It just came to me, but I'm not going to type it. So yes, but I do know the name of it now. So anyways, the methods we describe here will allow us to recognize the lost ore fields which supplied silver to the Eastern Mediterranean empires from the Bronze Age to the collapse of the Hellenistic kingdoms. Wow, very interesting indeed. With the technology they had back then, to be able to extract it and to be able to give it to a purity of 95% plus, it's fascinating. And they knew what they were doing when they debased as the empire started to weaken. And that's exactly kind of where, well, we've completely abandoned precious metals for a standard of anything in our monetary system. There's nothing tying our money to anything except for government decree that's known as fiat. But it is interesting to look at the history of money and how silver is the one metal that makes it unique among, except for maybe bronze. Well, definitely copper and bronze is still used today in money. But other than that, silver is the only precious metal that has the longest track record as a monetary metal. Think about that. I think that's quite interesting. And now we know kind of how the sources of it were in the Iberian Peninsula here from this article to see it for these coins that were used in that time in ancient Rome. What an amazing time in history this was, and the coins that reflect that period before Christ, the Roman Empire, and beyond. Fascinating indeed. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below about this story and about silver in general and how it's mined, and about that mixture. The first coins that were minted had a mixture of gold and silver. And I know the name. Now I want to say it. I really want to say it bad, just so you know that I know the name. Even though it was at the tip of my tongue, I knew it before. I just can't do it. You say it in the comment section below. Scream it from the mountaintops. There it is. Ancient Roman coins. How many of you have an ancient Roman coin made of silver? The denarii. The denarius. I don't. I think I have a small one around here somewhere. But I would love to get a good example of one of those coins, especially the high purity level. That's rich with history right there. That was worth a day's wages for a Roman soldier at the time. And why is that? Because silver was rarer and it was tougher to get. It had held a lot more value. It's much more common these days. So when people say that a silver dime is about the same amount of silver, that's true, but it has a different value these days. Now we know with the technology how much silver is left in the ground, how much is above ground. We can better have a much more coherent understanding of the value of silver now than back in the time before they had all this technology. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch And I want to encourage you to please rate this video. That means thumb it up. Now I'm actually making a stronger suggestion that you do that. Share it with your friends and family and complete strangers. Comment and subscribe.